Next we will discuss relative adverbs. What are relative adverbs? Relative adverbs that provide more information about people, place, things being discussed. Relative adverbs provide more information about place, people, place, things. So they function as adjectives as well as adverbs. What do? They denote place, time and reason. So what are relative adverbs? They are where, when, why. Let us see the example how these relative adverbs function in a sentence. Look at this example. The gym where I work out is closed for renovation. In this example, where is a relative pronoun. It is providing more information about the gym, that is noun. Now here it is functioning as adjective clause. So where I work out, the gym where I work out is closed for renovation. Here where is showing the place of that gym. So it is functioning as adjective which is providing information. Let us see another statement. I will call you when I get home. So here when is a relative adverb. It is showing the time of the action. Now it is functioning as adverb clause. This part is clause, adverb clause. Here this clause is functioning as adjective clause, that is providing more information about the noun, that is gym, adjective clause. Here this is working as adverb clause. What is clause? In every clause we find subject and verb. In every clause we find subject and verb. So here I is subject and work is verb, and I is subject and get is verb. So but they function as adverb, they function as adjective. So relative adverbs provide where, when and why. That means they denote the place, time and reason. Let us see one more example how it functions. The reason why I work so hard is to have savings for retirement. So here in this example, why is a relative pronoun. This is giving more information about the reason, that is noun. It is functioning as an adjective. So the reason why I work so hard. So here this part is called adjective clause. So relative adverbs can function as adjective clauses. So the reason why I work so hard is to have savings for retirement. So what are relative adverbs? They are where, why, when. They denote place, time and reason. So next let us see rules of adverbs. See the first rule. So here there are some verbs given. There are some words given. They are fast, safe, high, quiet, straight, outright, direct, hard, light, late. These words can function both as adjectives and adverbs. So we should not add ly to make these words adjectives. We should not add adverbs. We should not add ly to make them adverbs. So because they both function as adjectives and adverbs. Let us see the examples. He is running very fastly. So in this statement, the word fastly is incorrect because we should not add ly to fastly when it is acting as an adverb. So fastly is wrong. What is the correct statement? He is running very fast. Fast is functioning as an adverb here. It is modifying the verb running. So we should not add ly to these words to make adverbs. So here fast is functioning as an adverb because it is modifying the verb running. Let us see another example how it functions as adjective. He is a fast runner. In this example, runner is a noun. What type of runner he is? Fast runner. Here fast is functioning as an adjective, that is giving more information about the noun. So here fast is working as an adverb, here fast is working as an adjective. So these words can function both as adjectives and adverb. But in adverb we should not add ly to them. Let us see one more example and find out the error. Logging has been banned outrightly. In this example, the word outrightly is wrong. So because to these words we should not add ly. What is the correct one? Logging has been banned outright, not outrightly. The word outright is working as an adverb. It is modifying banned. The verb banned. Let us see how it functions as an adjective. There was no outright winner. There was no outright winner in the competition. Outright means complete. Outright means complete. So here outright is working as an adjective, that is modifying winner, that is noun. So now you clearly understood fast, safe, high, quiet, straight, outright, direct, hard, light, late. These words can both function as adjectives and adverbs. So we should not add ly to them. Let us see the next rule. Adverb of frequency is always placed before the main verb after the helping verb. Adverb of frequency, often, seldom, rarely, never. These words should always be placed before the main verb. What are main verbs? V1, V2, V3, V4 forms. Go, went, gone, going, sing, sang, sung, singing. These are main verbs. So adverb of frequency are always placed before the main verbs after the helping verbs. What are helping verbs? Can, could do, may, might, should do. These are helping verbs. Let us see the examples. Let us read the statement and find out the error. He will tell never lies. He will tell never lies. In this statement, never is an adverb of frequency. So it is placed before noun. It is wrong. So it should always be placed before the main verb. What is the main verb? Tell is the main verb. So this is not correct statement. This is not the correct statement. What is the correct one? He will never tell lies. So always remember, adverb of frequency should always be placed before the main verb. What is the main verb here? Tell. Let us see one more statement and find out the error. She goes often to school. She goes often to school. In this statement, what is often? It is adverb of frequency. This is placed in the wrong position. It always has to be placed before the main verb, that is goes. So she often goes to college is correct. So you clearly understood the next rule also. See the next rule. The word enough is used both as adjective and adverb. The word enough can both function as adjective and adverb. When it is functioning as adverb, it is used after the adjective. When it is functioning as adverb, it is used after adjective. Adjective plus enough is used. So when enough functions as adverb. So when enough functions as adverb, it is always placed after the adjective. When enough functions as noun, it is always placed before the noun. When enough is functioning as adjective, it is always placed before the noun. So tell me, so when enough is functioning as an adjective, it is placed before the noun. When enough is functioning as an adjective, adverb, when enough is functioning as an adverb, it is placed after the adjective. Look at the example and find out the error. The box was enough big to fit 3 cats. In this statement, big is an adjective. Now enough is functioning as an adverb to modify the adjective. So it is placed wrongly. So always remember, when enough is functioning as an adverb, it has to be placed after adjective. The box was big enough. So after adjective, enough has to be placed. So the box was big enough to fit 3 cats. This is correct. Let us see one more statement and find out the error. My concern is that you are not getting work enough done. So here enough is functioning as an adjective. So work is a noun. Always remember, enough should not be placed after the noun when it is functioning as an adjective. It should be placed before the noun. So this is the wrong statement. Correct one. My concern is that you are not getting enough work done. So now you clearly understood, when enough is functioning as an adverb, it has to be placed after the adjective. When enough is functioning as an adjective, it has to be placed before the noun. See the next rule. The phrase much too is followed by unpleasant adjectives. That means much too after we have to use adjective, not noun. Whereas too much is followed by a noun. That means much too plus adjective is used, unpleasant adjective. Much too plus adjective is used, too much plus noun is used. Too much plus noun is used. So much too plus adjective and too much plus noun is used. So look at the statement and find out the error. Your failure is too much painful for us. Your failure is too much painful for us. Here, what is painful? This is adjective. The words ending in FUL, they are adjectives. So too much cannot be used before adjective. So before adjective, we use much too. Your failure is much too painful for us is correct. So before adjective, it should be much too, not too much. Before noun, it is too much. Let us see one more statement and find out the error. Her rude behavior gives me much too pain. So here pain is a noun. It is noun. So before noun, we should not use much too. We use too much. Too much pain is correct. So her rude behavior gives me too much pain. So now you clearly understood. Much too after adjective should be used. Too much after noun should be used. Let us see the next rule. Quite and all are not used together. Quite means completely. Completely. So quite and all are not used together. Let us see the example and find out the error. She is quite alright now. She is quite alright now. It's wrong. So quite should be eliminated. So she is alright now. That's it. She is alright now, not quite alright, because both mean the same. Quite means completely, all means completely. So completely right is wrong. See the next rule. Double negative words should not be used in the same class. What are negative words? What are they? Not, no, rarely, seldom, never, hardly, scarcely. These are all negative words. So double negative words are not used together in the same class. Look at this example and find out the error. We hardly don't meet them. We hardly don't meet them. The word hardly it itself gives a negative meaning. So we should not use don't again. So we hardly meet them is correct. Only we hardly meet them, not we hardly don't meet them is wrong, because double negative words are not used together. What is the correct one? We hardly meet them is right. See one more statement and find out the error. I rarely do not speak to the strangers. I rarely do not speak to the strangers. Here in this statement, rarely is a negative word, do not is a negative word. So double negative words are not used together. Correct one? I do not speak to the strangers. Clear? See the next rule. TOO, to, indicates more than required. TOO, to, indicates more than required and represents unpleasant adjective. Hence, we cannot use to before pleasant adjectives. We use to before only unpleasant adjectives. That means it gives more than required. Look at the example and find out the error. I am glad to meet you. I am glad to meet you. In this statement, glad is a positive adjective. We should not use to before positive adjectives. We use very before positive adjectives. What is the correct one? I am very glad to meet you is correct. See the next rule. The phrase at present means, it denotes present time. At present means present, and presently means shortly, that is future. The phrase at present means, that is present tense, present time. Presently means it shortly, it indicates future time. Let us see the statement and find out the errors. Nothing can be done presently. So nothing can be done presently is wrong. Nothing can be done at present is correct. That means at present time. So he will come back present is wrong. He will come back presently. That means shortly. He will come back shortly. See the next rule. We should use much for past participle adjectives. What are past participle adjectives? V3 forms. We use much for past participle adjectives, that means V3 form, and whereas very, we use very with present participle adjectives, present participle adjective, that means V4 forms, ing forms. Let us see the in positive degree, and we use much in comparative degree, we use very in positive degree. Let us see the example and find out the error. The news is much surprising. So the word surprising is present participle, that is V4. We use only very before present participle adjective. So what is the correct statement? The news is very surprising is correct. So we use very before present participle adjective. Before past participle adjectives we use much. Look at another example and find out the error. I was very surprised at hearing the news. So in this example, what is surprise? This is past participle adjective V3. So we should not use V3 before past, we should not use very before V3 form, that means past participle adjectives. What is the correct one? I was much surprised at hearing the news is correct. See the next rule. When the sentence starts with seldom, never, hardly, rarely, scarcely, follow an inverse structure of the verb plus subject. When the sentence starts with these words, the structure should be seldom, hardly, scarcely, never, rarely. When the sentence starts with these words, plus helping verb should be used. Helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object should be used. This is inverse form of structure. So when the sentence starts with seldom, rarely, hardly, never, rarely, we use helping verb before helping verb before subject and main verb after the subject should be. This is called inverse structure of the verb. Look at the statement and find out the error. Rarely he had seen such a beautiful place. So here the sentence is starting with rarely. So after rarely we have to use a helping verb. What is helping verb here? Had. Had should come before the subject. So this is not correct. So correct one, rarely had he seen such a beautiful place is correct. So rarely after we use helping verb, next subject, next main verb. What is main verb we have seen? So according to this structure we have to follow the rule. So rarely had he seen such a beautiful place is correct. Look at another example I will give you. Find out there here. Hardly I had seen the tiger. Hardly I had seen the tiger when I ran away. So find out the error in the statement. So the sentence is starting with hardly. So what is the correct structure when the sentence starts with hardly, scarcely and seldom, never? So helping verb should come before the subject. What is the correct one? Hardly had I seen is correct. Hardly had I seen the tiger. Hardly had I seen the tiger when I ran away. So you understood the rule clearly? Let us see the next rule. Sentence which starts with here, there, away, out, up, indoor, outdoor, main verb or auxiliary verb plus main verb is used before the subject. So when the sentence starts with here, there, out, up, inside, before subject we have to use the main verb or helping verb plus main verb should be used. Look at the example and find out the error, how it functions. Away Geeta went. In this sentence, away, the sentence is starting with away. So always remember, when the sentence starts with here, there, away, out, we have to use the help main verb before the subject, not after the subject. So it is wrong. So away went Geeta. So went is main verb and Geeta is subject. So we use when the sentence starts with here, there, away, we use main verb before the subject, not after the subject. Look at another example. There she goes. There she goes. Find out there in this. So sentence is starting with there. So main verb should be used before the subject. Correct? There goes she is correct. There goes she is correct. So you clearly understood, when the sentence starts with here, there, out and away, main verb should be used before the subject, not after the subject. So we say there are some books on the table. There are books on the table. There are books on the table. So here, what is books? This is subject. What is this is main verb. So what is there? This is an adverb. So here, whenever the sentence starts with there, here, so we have to use helping verb before the subject. Okay. See the next one. The adverb late represents time. The adverb late represents time. Lately represents recently. That means adverb late means it indicates time. Already you know that. Lately means recently. We should not add ly to late when you indicate time. That means when you indicate late, when you indicate the time. Okay. And lately represents recently. Late means it indicates time and lately means recently. Look at the example and find out there. He was punished for coming lately. In this statement, what is lately? Lately means recently. This sentence is not talking about the time recently. So it is talking about late, not lately. It should be late. So he was punished for coming late is correct. Next. So is an adverb of degree must not be used without a correlative. So as an adverb must not be used without a correlative. So let us see the example and find out what it is. She is so weak. So here so is modifying weak adjective. So cannot be used without correlative. So here we should use very. She is very weak. So when to use so is only used with correlative. Let us see what is that. She is so weak, so that she is so weak that she cannot walk. So must be always used with correlative. It should not be used without a correlative. She is so weak that she cannot walk is correct. See the next one. In order to make our meaning clear, an adverb must be placed as near as possible to the word it modifies. So in order to make meaning clear, an adverb must be placed before the word it modifies. See the example. What is the rule of it? The adverb only here placed. Read this statement first. We only have 4 hours to finish this paper. In this example, only is an adverb that is placed before have. So whenever this adverb, wherever the adverb only placed, that modifies the word that is after it. So we only have 4 hours to finish this paper is. So here only is modifying have. It doesn't make any sense. We only have means nobody has. So here this statement is wrong. Only has to be placed before 4 hours because we are the total emphasis on 4 hours, not on have. So we have only 4 hours to finish this paper is correct. We have only 4 hours. We are emphasizing on 4 hours. Only should be placed before 4 hours, not before have. So for example, only I speak. If I say only I speak, the word only is placed before I. The meaning of only I speak means nobody speaks here, only I speak. So if you remove this, I only speak. If I only speak, only is placed before the verb. That means I only speak. I don't, nobody speaks. That means I don't write, I don't read, only speak. So next, if I place, I speak only English. I speak only English. That means only English. I speak only English. I don't speak Telugu. I don't speak Hindi. I don't speak any other language. Only I speak only English. So wherever the word adverb is placed, that modifies and that gives information there itself. So look at some more examples. The building nearly costs 60,000 rupees. So nearly is placed before costs. It's wrong placement. So we are talking about 60,000 rupees. We are emphasizing, right? The building cost nearly 60,000 rupees. So nearly should be placed exactly before the phrases, words or phrases that modifies. She just wants to take one class. So just is placed before wants. She just wants to take one class is wrong. So correct. Here we are focusing on one class. So she wants to take just one class. So what is the rule? In order to make our meaning clear, an adverb must be placed as near as possible to the word that it modifies. So see the next rule. Much qualifies adjectives or adverbs in the comparative degree, wherein positive degree. The adverb much qualifies adjectives and adverbs in comparative degree. In positive degree we use very. Look at the example and find out there. The air is very hotter today than yesterday. Here what is hotter? This is comparative degree. Before comparative degree we should not use very. So we use much. The air is much hotter today than yesterday is correct. See one more example and find out there. This book is very heavier than that. Here what is heavier? This is comparative degree. So we should not use very before comparative degree. We use much. This book is much heavier than that is correct. So where we use very means she is very beautiful. So here much is wrong. Keeping much is wrong. Here very is correct, much is wrong. She is much beautiful is wrong. So we use very in before positive degree, much before comparative degree. See the next rule. Else should be followed by but. Else should be followed by but. Other should be followed by than. Look at the example. It is nothing else than pride. In this statement, else after than is used. It is nothing else than pride. So else should be followed by but, not by than. What is the correct one? It is nothing else but pride. It is nothing else but pride is correct. Look at another example and find out the error. You have no other option but to quit. You have no other option but to quit. Other is always followed by than, not by but. What is the correct one? You have no other option than to quit. So else should be followed by but, other should be followed by than. See the next one. Adverb as is not used with the following verbs. Adverb as is not used with name, elect, think, consider, call, appoint, make, choose. So we do not use as with these verbs. Example. I called him as Ravi. I called him as Ravi. So as cannot be used with call. So I called him Ravi is correct. So they named him as Ravi. They appointed him as the general secretary. So we should not use as with these verbs. I consider it as a mistake. I consider it as a mistake. So here always remember, after consider we should not use as. As is not used with this verb. I consider it a mistake is correct, not as. Teacher called him as stupid. Teacher called him as stupid. So wrong. Teacher called him stupid. So as cannot be used with these verbs. So adverb as can be used with these verbs: regard, describe, define, treat, view, know. So no. So as can be used with these verbs. What are they? Regard, describe, define, treat, to view. No. So example, and find out there. Biology has been defined the study of organism. Biology has been defined the study of organism. Always remember, after define we must use as. So defined as. Biology has been defined as the study of organism. After these verbs, regard, describe, define, treat, view, we use as. See the next rule. The words to, as well as, and also, the words to, as well as, also in the sense of, okay, they are used in the sense of in addition to, in positive sentences, but the word also cannot be used at the end position. So to, as well as, also, they mean the same, they provide additional information, but also cannot be used at the end of the position. Look at the example and find out the error. I found my bag and money also cannot be used at the end of the sentence. We use as well. So I found my bag and money as well also cannot be used at the end of the sentence. We can use like this. I found my bag and also money. We can say and also money. Correct. So next rule. So plus auxiliary verb plus subject is used in positive sentences in relation to two persons doing the same action. So plus helping verb plus subject is used in positive sentences, two persons doing the same action. Let us see the example, how it functions. I can speak English. And so she can. So here two subjects are there, I and she. They are doing the same action. I can speak English, this is a positive statement, and so she can, it is wrong. So can should be placed after so, because according to this structure, so after auxiliary verb, what is auxiliary verb here? Can. After that subject should be used. Correct one. I can speak English and so can she is correct, not she can. Can she is correct. Look at another example and find out the error. I went to the market, so he went. It is wrong. I went to the market, so did he is correct. See the next one. Neither or not plus auxiliary verb plus subject is used only in negative sentences in relation to two persons doing the same action. In positive sentences, if two persons are doing the same action, we use so plus auxiliary verb plus subject. In negative statements, we use neither or nor. Neither or nor plus auxiliary verb plus subject. Neither or nor plus auxiliary verb plus subject is used. Look at the example and find out the error. I can't speak English, that means it's a negative statement, and nor she can is wrong. So nor, what is the correct one? I can't speak English, nor can she is correct. Nor can she. So helping verb should be used after nor, before subject. Look at another example and find out the error. I did not go to the market, nor he did not. It's wrong. I did not go to the market, nor did he is correct. Two subjects did the same action. So see the next rule. Some words ending in ly. Generally, the words ending in ly are always called adverbs. But some words ending in ly can also be adjectives. What are they? Costly. They cannot be used as adverbs. Costly, deadly, friendly, likely, lively, measurely, and lovely, lonely, silly. These look like adverbs, but they are always used as adjectives. So when you want to make it adverbs, how? Let me tell you. Look at this example. She talks friendly. It is wrong. Friendly is an adjective, so it doesn't show manner. So to want to make it adverb phrase with friendly, we use she talks in a friendly manner is correct. She talks friendly is wrong. She talks in a friendly manner is correct. He behaved cowardly. Wrong. Cowardly is an adjective. So it doesn't work as adverb. So when you want to make it adverb phrase, we can use it like this. He behaved in a cowardly manner is correct. So next we will spot the errors with the help of those rules and the knowledge we have gained so far. So look at this statement. This statement is divided into three parts: A, B, C. In one of these parts, if you find any error, you have to choose that part as your answer. If you do not find any error, please choose option D as your answer. Let us read the statement. If there is any, find out if there is any error in one of these parts. He drank coffee. He drank coffee and said it tasted sweetly. He drank coffee and said that it tasted sweetly. So here in this statement we find error C, because tasted, this is not the action verb, it is a state verb. State verb do not denote action. So adverb cannot modify state verbs, they only modify action verbs. So sweetly is wrong. Only we use adjectives after state verbs. What are state verbs? They are taste, smell, appear, look. We use only adjectives, not adverbs. We use only adjectives, not adverbs. So it is wrong to use sweetly. We use only sweet. So he drank coffee and said that it tasted sweet, not sweetly. Always remember, after these state verbs we use adjectives, not adverbs. Error is at C. So see the next statement and find out the error. She is very senior to me, so he dare not disrespect her. So in this example, senior, before senior, it is used in comparative degree. So before comparative degree we should use only much, not very. He is much senior to me, so he dare not. He is much senior to him, so he dare not disrespect her is correct. So we use much in comparative degree. Generally we say she is very senior, but you are comparing, right? When you compare, we use much, not very. See the next statement and find out the error. Vasu said it was quite alright to reject the offer. Vasu said it was quite alright to reject the offer. So always remember, error is at B. So quite and all cannot be used together. So what is the correct one? It was alright or quite right. It was alright, or we use quite right. It was quite right to reject the offer. We do not use all, quite and all together in a sentence. Where is the error? Error is at B. Next, see the next statement and find out the error. She was heavily fined last month. She was heavily fined last month for coming lately. So here the word lately means recently. So it doesn't go with this context. Here lately is wrong. It should be late, not lately. So error is at C. So she was heavily fined last month for coming late, not lately. Okay. See the next statement and find out the error. I am too happy to receive the offer letter of the company. In this statement, error is at A, because too means more than enough. It cannot be used before pleasant adjective. What is pleasant adjective? Happy. Happy is the pleasant adjective. Before a pleasant adjective, we use very. Okay. See the next statement and find out the error. The amount which the company paid to the dependents of the deceased worker, deceased means dead worker, is fairly unjustified. In this part, error is at 4, that means C. Fourth part. Let me consider A, B, C, D and E. Okay, error is at D. So because the word fairly cannot be used before unpleasant adjective. What is unpleasant adjective here? Unjustified. We use rather before unpleasant adjectives. adverbs. Rather unjustified is correct. The amount which the company paid to the dependents of the deceased worker is rather unjustified is correct. We use fairly before pleasant adjectives. That means rather fairly justified is correct. The word unjustified is unpleasant adjective, right? So we use rather. Error is at D. So see the next statement and find out the error. I rarely never have time to read the newspaper. I rarely never have time to read the newspaper. In this statement, we find error at B because already rarely is a negative word. Two double negative words are not used together. So we have to remove never. I rarely have time to read the newspaper. It is correct. Error is at B. Double negative words are not used together. I rarely have time to read the newspaper is correct. So look at another statement and find out the error. She looks full of energy today because she soundly slept last night. So in this statement error is at C. So adverb of manner should always be placed after the verb. It should be placed after the verb. So adverb of manner should be placed after the verb, not before the verb. So what is the correct one? She slept soundly. She slept soundly. So always remember, adverb of manner should always be placed after the verb, not before the verb. She looks full of energy today because she slept soundly. Okay, last night. Error is at C. So see the next statement and find out the error. He rejected her application outrightly as it was against the rules of college. Error is at B because we should not add ly to outright. Outright means complete. So we should not add ly to outright. Only just we say outright. Outright can function as adjective as well as adverb. So outright can function as adjective as well as adverb. So here it is functioning as adverb because how he rejected, outright means completely. He rejected her application completely. So we should not add ly to fast, late, hard. When we use hardly means it gives a negative idea. Hard is a positive idea, hardly is a negative idea. Hardly means nothing. So we should not add ly to hard when it is expressing a positive idea. Error is at B. Next, look at the next statement and find out the error. He is considered as the best dancer in the city. He is considered as the best dancer in the city. In this example, error is at B. After the verbs consider, call, appoint, make, name, we do not use as. As has to be eliminated. So he is considered the best dancer in the city is correct. See the next statement and find out the error. Vasu does his work good. Vasu does his work good as he is a trained person. As means it is showing the reason. What is the reason? He is a trained person. Vasu does his work good as he is a trained person. In this statement, error is at second, that means B. So good is always used as adjective, not as an adverb. So he work well is correct. Vasu does his work well. Good is always used as adjective, not as adverb. So it is modifying the verb does. So adverb modifies the verb, not adjective. So what is the correct one? Vasu does his work well as he is a trained person. Error is at B. So look at another statement and find out the error. I hardly know someone in this new country. I hardly I hardly know someone in this new country. In this example, error is at B, because hardly is used in a negative sentence. Hardly is always giving a negative idea. So in negative sentence we should not use someone, we use anyone. Someone is only used in positive statement. This sentence is a negative statement because we are using hardly. I hardly know anyone in this new country. Error is at B. When he received the good news, he ran straightly to call up his wife. In this example, in this statement, error is at B, because we should not add ly to straight. Just we have to write straight, not straightly, because straight can both function as adjective as well as adverb. We do not add ly to it. Next, Pranavi did this work as good as she could. So where is the error? Error is at B. As well as, not as good as. Good is always used as adjective. Here we are talking about the action. It is modifying the action. Pranavi did this work well as she could is correct. Not as good. Error is at B. Next, I did not see a coward man like Ramesh. Coward is wrong. It is modifying the word man. Man is a noun. It is a noun. So to modify that noun, cowardly is correct. Cowardly. Cowardly is an adjective. It is modifying the noun. So error is at, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay. So the error is at B. So cowardly man, not coward man. Cowardly man is correct. See the next statement and find out the error. Okay. My brother is very quicker than I at chess. In this example, error is at B, because in comparative degree we use much, not very. My brother is much quicker than I at chess. Here I is correct. Me should not be used because we are comparing with subject. We are comparing with subject to subject, right? Not me. It is I only. So error is at B. Much quicker than I is correct. In comparative degree we use much. In positive degree we use very. Look at the next statement and find out the error. He had barely nothing to wear. He had barely nothing to wear when he came to us for help. In this statement, barely is giving a negative idea. Double negative words are not used together. So he had barely anything should be written. Nothing should be replaced with anything. He had barely anything to wear. So error is at B. See the next statement and find out the error. He swiftly and efficient raised the sails and navigated the boat towards the cove. So here he swiftly and connects equal parts of speech. So what is used before and? That is adverb. Here also adverb should be placed after and connects equal ranks. He swiftly and efficiently. Efficiency is a noun. Efficiency is noun. So it should be adverb. Adverb. Now and connects equal parts of speech. Adverb to adverb, noun to noun. So here adverb is used before and. So adverb also should be placed after the and also here. He swiftly and efficiently raised the sails is correct. Error is at A. See the next statement and find out the error. Due to the inflation, cinema halls have hiked their ticket prices by approximate 20%. So in this example, error is at C. Approximate is an adjective. So approximately, it is not approximate, it should be approximately. So approximately 20%. So due to the inflation, cinema halls have hiked their prices by approximately 20%. See, where is the error? Where error is at C. He showed a wonderful, really attitude towards the newly wedded couple. So he showed a wonderful, really attitude towards the newly wedded couple. What is attitude here? Attitude is noun. So before attitude, really this is an adverb. This is wrong. So we use adjective. So what is the correct one? He showed a really wonderful attitude. So attitude is noun. So wonderful is an adjective. Adjective modifies noun, not adverb. So really is an adverb. Adverb modifies adjective. This is the correct order. Adverb modifies adjective. Adjective modifies noun. What is the correct one? He showed a really wonderful attitude towards the newly wedded couple. Error is at A. So see the next statement and find out the error. We must try to save our hardly earned money. So in this statement, error is at B. Hardly gives a negative meaning. So it should be hard, not hardly. Hard earned money is correct, not hardly earned money. Hardly means you did not earn. It's wrong. So hardly gives a negative meaning, hard gives a positive meaning. Error is at B. Next, read the statement and find out the error. We should keep our belongings orderly. So orderly is always used as adjective. It cannot be used as adverb. Error is at C. So we should keep our belongings in a order. In a order is correct. In a order is correct, not orderly. So error is at C. See the next statement and find out the error. The dog has a habit of barking at strangers, but it seldom or ever bite them. So that means it is showing a negative contrast. Seldom or ever is wrong. It should be seldom if ever it should be written. Seldom if ever should be written. Error is at C. Next, she only eats raw food because of digestion problems. She only eats raw food because of digestion problems since her childhood. In this example, only is placed before eats. She only eats raw food because of digestion problems is correct, not correct. So she eats, we are emphasizing raw food, not eat. So she eats only raw food. So the adverb which it should be placed according to the words or phrases it modifies. It is modifying raw food, not eat. So she eats only raw food because of digestion problems. Error is at A.